I always believed that my little brother, Daniel, and I shared an unbreakable bond. Growing up, we were inseparable, sharing secrets, dreams, and even fears. He looked up to me, and I always felt a responsibility to guide and protect him. No matter what life threw our way, we had each other. Now in our 20s, life had changed, but our bond remained strong. I was in a serious relationship with Emma, the woman I had planned to spend my life with. She was everything to me, kind, beautiful, and understanding. I had been saving up for months to buy her the perfect engagement ring, convinced that she was the one. One evening, Daniel sat next to me on the porch, unusually quiet. I could tell something was on his mind. "Hey, bro, can I ask you something?" He finally spoke, his voice hesitant. "Of course," I replied without hesitation. He took a deep breath. "There's this girl. I have feelings for her, but I don't know if she feels the same way. I don't know if I should tell her." I smiled, relieved that this was just about a crush. "If you love her, tell her," I encouraged. "You never know what could happen." He exhaled sharply, looking down at his hands. "I just don't want to ruin anything." I patted his shoulder. "If she's the right person, things will fall into place." Daniel nodded, but his expression remained troubled. I had no idea that his hesitation wasn't about fear of rejection. It was about something far worse. The next morning, Daniel seemed restless. He kept pacing around the house, opening his mouth to say something but stopping himself. I finally asked him what was wrong, and after a long pause, he said, "It's Emma." I frowned, confused. "What about her?" He looked at me, his face filled with guilt. "She's the girl I was talking about last night." For a moment, I thought I misheard him. "What?" Daniel swallowed hard. "I have feelings for Emma. I've had them for a long time." My heart stopped. A cold wave of disbelief washed over me. "Daniel, tell me you're joking." "I wish I was," he said, his voice strained. "But I can't lie to you anymore. I love her." Anger surged through me. "You love my girlfriend? The woman I'm going to marry?" He looked away. "I never meant for it to happen. I tried to ignore it, but it won't go away." My hands clenched into fists. "And what? You're telling me this because you think you have a chance with her?" "I don't know," he admitted. "I just couldn't keep this secret anymore." I stared at him, my mind racing. This was my brother, the person I trusted most. And now he was standing in front of me, confessing something that felt like a knife to the back. I took a step back. "Stay away from her, Daniel." He exhaled sharply. "I would never do anything behind your back. That's why I'm telling you first." His words did nothing to calm the storm inside me. "You have no right to feel this way." "I know," he whispered. The weight of betrayal crushed me. I needed to talk to Emma. I needed to know if she had any part in this. If she had ever given him a reason to believe this wasn't just one-sided. I couldn't ignore the feeling that something was off. Emma had been acting differently lately, distant, lost in thought, avoiding deep conversations. I convinced myself it was just stress, but now I wasn't so sure. I needed answers. That evening, I asked her directly, "Do you have feelings for Daniel?" Her eyes widened, caught off guard.
What?
"Where is this coming from? Just answer me." She hesitated. That hesitation was enough. "Emma," I pressed, my voice calm but firm. She sighed, looking away. "I love you. You know that." "That's not what I asked." She took a deep breath. "Daniel, he's always been sweet to me. And I won't lie, there have been moments where I felt something. But I never acted on it." The room felt smaller. My throat tightened. "So, if I wasn't in the picture, would you be with him?" Tears welled in her eyes. "I don't know." That single sentence shattered everything. The woman I wanted to marry wasn't sure if she'd be with my brother if I were gone. I looked at her, feeling a pain deeper than anger. "You should know. If you love me, there shouldn't be a question." "I do love you," she whispered, "but not enough." Silence stretched between us. I had spent years believing we were meant to be, only to find out love had been slipping through my fingers. That night, I made my decision. I wouldn't beg. I wouldn't fight for something that wasn't truly mine. The next morning, I met Daniel alone. If Emma chooses you, I won't stop her. His face fell. That's not what I wanted. But it's what's happening, I said. Just remember, love that starts with doubt never ends well. His expression was unreadable. For the first time, I saw the weight of his own guilt. But guilt wouldn't change anything. Emma had a choice to make. And I wasn't going to wait for her answer. Emma made her choice. It wasn't me. I didn't wait for a dramatic goodbye or a drawn-out explanation. I packed my things and left. There was nothing left to say. She had feelings for Daniel, and whether she acted on them before or not, the doubt was enough. I refused to live with that. Daniel tried reaching out, but I ignored him. He made his choice the moment he confessed his feelings. Whether he meant to or not, he shattered the trust we had built our entire lives. Weeks passed, and the pain settled into something quieter. I wasn't angry anymore, just exhausted. Betrayal doesn't always come with a loud explosion. Sometimes, it's a slow realization that the people you trusted the most were never truly yours to keep. I heard from mutual friends that Emma and Daniel started seeing each other. It didn't surprise me. It also didn't make me feel anything anymore. I had already lost them both the moment hesitation entered the picture. Moving forward wasn't easy, but I refused to let this define me. I poured myself into work, into rebuilding a life that didn't revolve around betrayal. People say time heals, but I think it just teaches you how to live with the scars. Daniel will always be my brother, but we'll never be the same. Some wounds don't fully heal, and some relationships aren't meant to be repaired. And as for Emma, I hope she finds whatever it was she was searching for, because I know now that it was never me. In the end, love doesn't always betray you. People do.